Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another very special, no less special than the last one, equally special, one-shot episode brought to you by the players of Scion of the Dark House, a Gothic horror D&D 5th edition podcast. It is a Gothic horror podcast. Again, this one-shot episode occurs in the same universe, so please be mindful of your boundaries. You are going to hear things like gore, violence, endangerment, fear, dread, blood. So again, please be mindful of your boundaries. Your support means a lot to us, but so does your mental health. Where we last left off, the crew of the Bully Shark had departed the port city of Niweba in Gyptia, having collected payment for another one of their shipments of illicit goods. They left bright and early at first light, sailed out into the open ocean, smooth sailing all day long, some nice sunny naps, a few terrible meals prepared by Ural, their cook, and a lot of ribbing from Thrandar under the gracious hospitality of the first mate, Marilyn, who berates everyone at every chance. After sailing peacefully for nearly a day, the crew encountered a storm quite difficult to navigate. They managed to make their way through the worst of it, but just as they were departing the worst part of the storm, the ship fell under attack by a giant crustacean that was referred to by Tati as Limeki, who immediately ran for her life, waking some of the rest of the crew. And so we are going to start with everybody rolling initiative for me, please. And I've got to write things down.
Oh, that's a sucky initiative roll.
Okay, where are my characters? Who do I need? I need Tati. Bump a dump dump. Open them, please. Okay, got everybody in front of me. Hang on, I got 2 rolls to make here quick. Tati is okay. Roly, roly, roly. Mm-hmm. There is. Okay. And where is, there she is. There's Marilyn. B24 Marilyn. Oh, that's nice. Okay, what does everybody have, please?
16.
16 for Rusulki. Wink?
15.
15 and Smee, please.
17.
17. Where the hell is Smee? Oh, crap. I hadn't added you in because I didn't get your character sheet. Smee, you said 17?
Yes.
Can I get your AC and max HP, please?
16 AC, 34 hit points.
Thank you.
My God, why do I always play glass cannon characters? I only have 27 hit points.
It's only like 7 points of difference.
You have more hit points. I have more hit points than Rusulki, and Smee has more hit points than me. Because I'm at an even 30.
Hmm.
So, we actually are going to start with Smee, however. Smee, you are going to be surprised this
Oh
round.
no. So what does that mean?
Indeed. Essentially, surprised means that you forego your action this turn.
Uh-oh.
You do not get a reaction
Uh-oh.
this round. So, we will actually go to the creature. And the creature is where? So, actually, where it is at here is essentially directly next to you, Rusulki.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, isn't it? And so it is actually going to give you where's its little sheet? Oh, I hope it doesn't murder you too terribly.
I mean, I got a pretty good armor class, so we'll see.
Okay.
I say that and it kills me in one
Rusulki.
round.
So this creature, this crustacean who has crested the edge of the ship, destroying your beautiful work with its massive pincers, swipes at you. It's a horrible screeching sound coming from its mandibles, its little tentacles flapping as it reaches out a claw to swipe at you. And it instead bashes into the floor of the deck next to you, crushing some of the wood, but it does not hit. And it is going to make a second attempt.
Of course it is.
Where are my dice? This time, it swings with its other giant pincer. It turns more of its body rolling up over the edge of the ship, and its left claw comes into range. It wham bashes you in the rib cage. And where is my damage? Okay, and that is going to be, where is it? 14 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch. That's not good.
Nope. And it is going to use its movement actually to make its way down the stairs from the upper deck towards the main deck where the captain and Smee reside.
Can I use my reaction because my weapon has a 10-foot reach? Can I use my reaction to make an attack of opportunity against it?
You absolutely may.
Awesome. Oh, for crying out loud. This is when my... Okay. Does a 14 hit?
No, it does not.
Shit.
So you were trying to hit with your hair whip here?
Yes.
Okay. So you reel back on your whip and fire it out at the giant crustacean thing as it tries to make its way down the stairs, and you do catch it on one of its legs, but it is entirely unbothered. It just rushes past its leg and does absolutely nothing. The crustacean makes its way, if I can get him, to, where is he? Yeah, we're going to call it there. And captain is Hyo. Okay, So that is it for the giant crustacean thing, and then it is going to be Rusulki.
Cool. Where is it? Yes. So I can get within 30 feet of it, right?
You could, yes. In fact, you could make it to, there's a set of stairs from the upper deck at the edge of the ship. That would absolutely put you within reach of the creature, but you would not be in its reach.
Awesome. I run to the edge and I swing my whip, and as I do, water seems to flow down it and extend as I'm going to use water whip, and hopefully I don't whiff this. Oh, for crying out loud, I totally did. I rolled a 3. So that's 2 key points down the drain.
Okay, so this magical flowing water saturates your hair whip as it cracks over the edge of the stairs and again does entirely nothing. It just snaps in front of the creature and it again hisses a hideous gurgling screech. Is that the end of your turn?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna screech at it and get into a defensive stance, and I'm going to so we ruled that I can use dodge, disengage, and dash as a bonus action for free without spending a key point, right?
Totally, go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to dodge, and then that's gonna be the end of my turn.
And remind me, dodging puts you
It's disadvantage attack rolls against me.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Alrighty, so that is Rusulki, and then we are on to Tati, actually, who is God only knows where. Oh, that's not Tati. Did I name them wrong? Hang on 1 second. One shot, crew. Okay, so Tati is at the starboard edge of the ship. She has got, she notices that the creature has hurt Rusulki. Tati is a healer where she's from, and she begins running up the stairs to the upper deck towards Rusulki. So she's going to move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. There we go. All right, and Tati is going to use her action to administer a potion of healing to Rusulki. You may heal 2d4 plus 2.
Okay, am I rolling that?
Yeah, go ahead, unless you'd like me to. Because
I'll roll it. I get 7 back.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Yes, and you had taken 14, you healed 7. Okay, perfect. So that will be the end of Tati's turn, and we are on to Wink, who did notice the creature, but if I recall correctly, was in the crow's nest at the time.
Okay, yeah. So how far away is the creature from the crow's nest?
So you are 30 feet to the ground, and then 1, 2, 3, 15 feet to close the gap between yourself and the critter.
Okay. Oh, this is perfect. I'm gonna use my feline agility so I can double my movement speed this turn. So instead of 30, I have 60.
Is that bonus action, or is that just the thing?
No, it's just when you move on your turn in combat, you can double your speed until the end of turn. Once you use this trait, you can't do so again until you move 0 feet on your turn. So I can only do it like once for it's part of my movement.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They basically
then-
get a racial ability. It's the zoomies.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm gonna go to 30 feet down, claws, climb speed.
Yep.
So I don't take any damage, and then I'm gonna pull out. I feel like my even though it's also my rat skewer, my fanciest the fanciest thing that Wink owns is his sword because it's glittery. It's got a fancy little scabbard hilt pattern and stuff. And I'm just gonna poke it with my sword. I'm gonna try stabbing. So
Okay.
I'll move 30 down, then 15 forward and attack.
Yep. Roll it.
And also because an ally is not within 5 feet, is there anything within 5 feet of it other than me at this point, or no?
Actually, yes. Captain Weatherby is also within 5 feet.
Okay, well, I mean, either way, then I'll still get sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
Because with an ally with an enemy of it within 5 feet of it, I get sneak attack, and if it's just me and it, I also get sneak attack because of my subclass.
Oh, skirmisher. Okay, yeah.
Swashbuckler.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to stab it with my fancy rapier.
Stabbity stab.
That's a nat 20.
Oh,
Okay.
except for my miss.
Ah! So how are we doing crits now?
That is fabulous. Okay, so the way that we're gonna do crits, we're gonna do by the book crit. So double the original dice, roll them both.
Okay.
Then add all your extra shit.
Okay, so I get double the original dice, so that's 2d8. Then I get a third d8 for my feet, and I get 2d6s for sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
And for my feet, I get to reroll one. So I went up one. Cool. That's 10, 17, 19, 23 magical piercing damage.
Delightful. Okay. There we go.
And I will just use my remaining 15 feet of movement to, fun fact, I think I attacked it from behind, so I don't know if it would be able to get me anyway. But B, part of my subclass is fancy footwork. If I melee attack a creature, it can't make opportunity attacks against me for the rest of my turn.
Nice.
So I'm just going to move 15 feet back for free and use my bonus action to hide behind one of the masts.
You wouldn't be able to get behind the mast, but actually you would be able to go sort of well.
Is there somewhere I could hide within 15 feet of where I'm at?
I really don't think so, but I could give you partial cover behind the stairs.
Okay, I'll take partial cover behind the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
After I'm just stabbing it. It's fine.
So that's gonna get you. We're gonna call it half cover.
Okay.
So that's gonna get you a temporary +2 to your AC.
Cool. And you just watch as I yell at Smee. I'm like, "Get your head in the game, brother. We're eating crab tonight."
What? Oh, what in Sam hell is that?
You just watch me leap into the air and stab into it aggressively.
No, I am not being eaten by a crab.
No, we are eating crab.
We are also doing lingering criticals. So you did what? Piercing damage?
I did piercing damage.
Oh.
Okay, roll me a d20, please.
18.
Okay, so 18 really doesn't do much. The creature is going to have a minor scar. So it you plunge down with your sword, and it does chip a bit of its shell off, and the creature is wounded. As you continue scraping down the front of it, you slice at its mandibles, and a thick bluish goo kind of oozes out as it screeches at you in pain. And actually, you know what? I actually should have rolled that d20. Not you. So we're going to reroll that really quick. See if you get anything more terrible. You got a 3.
Is that better in terms of
Actually,
crits?
yes, it is. So what you've done, you have injured the creature such that its movement speed is reduced. You've sliced one of its legs as you've come down, and its movement speed is going to be reduced by 5.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right, and then so who just went? That was Wink, and now we are at Marilyn, who is on the upper deck. Where is Marilyn? Okay, so she is going to make her way towards the ruckus. 2, 4, 6. Marilyn is actually going to enter your space, Rusulki. She's going to stand with you there at the top of the stairs. That is as far as she can get, but she does have her short bow, so she's going to make an attack at the critter. Where's my dice roller? Okay, Marilyn makes a shot with her short bow, and the arrow down towards the creature and bounces off of its carapace, clattering to the deck as the ship is tossed about in the storm. And at this point, Carlton is actually going to emerge from below decks. We will get our Carlton. And Mr. Carlton is going to cast a firebolt at the crustacean. Carlton is here. Okay. Whoop. What is his thing? 3, 2. Oh, I definitely wrote that down. I forgot to put a spellcasting modifier on there. There we go. And Carlton has the exact same amount of luck that the rest of the crew has been having, and he reels back and hurls this firebolt 4 feet in front of them, and it falls to the ground and is doused by the rain. And we're back up to the top with Smee.
Oh,
Surprise.
cool. So first thing first, I'm gonna cast Kinetic Jaunt on myself.
And what now?
So I get an extra 10 feet of movement. I do not provoke opportunity attacks, and I can move through the spaces of other creatures, and this lasts for 1 minute concentration.
Nice. Okay.
It's a bonus action to cast. So, how far is this thing away from me?
It is 10 feet in front of you and 5 feet to the right.
Cool. I will, so my movement speed when I'm attacking is 50 feet around. So I'm just gonna waddle on up to him and stab him with my sword.
And let me take a look at your rapier is not magical, correct?
I mean, yeah, I just gave myself regular rapiers.
Right. Did we? Oh, yes, we didn't get around to making you a magic item.
We did not.
Did not. Tell you what, let's give you an insignia of claws.
I don't know what that is.
It,
Plus 7, that is a 16 to hit.
and that is just enough. You stab forward with your rapier. The creature sees the movement, sees you running towards it, and turns its carapace towards you. It leans downward, and your sword stabs into the carapace. Gets lodged for a moment as you pull back on it, and it turns back to you and screeches.
And I'm just go, and I'm just gonna use the rest of my movement to get away from it. So I
Okay,
think
where
I
would you
have
like to go?
35 feet of movement left.
Okay, so here, let me show you where you're at right here. And you can tell me where you want to go. Okay, there you are. You are that little red dot with the S.
Wonderful. And the crab is just like dangling off the side of the ship. Oh no, I see the crab now. Um, cool. So I used 15 to, or could I just do 10 to get there? Because I can move diagonally, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I have 40 feet of movement left. I'll just move to like the behind or that's not a oh, are we sharing? Oh, we're
There
sharing.
we go.
Yay.
There you go.
Perfect.
I'll annotate to where I want to go. I'll make my color red. I'll move to this spot.
Oh, okay. Look at that. Okay. We're gonna take you, and you are going. It was whoop here.
Yep.
Okay.
If it matters, I forgot to add my modifier to my damage on my attack. That crab took 7 more points of damage.
Yes,
Oh, I haven't even rolled damage yet.
I,
Like,
I I will give you the retcon.
sorry. I haven't played a martial character in so long, I forget that it's not just my spell dice or Eldritch Blast.
Oh yeah.
I dealt 10 points of piercing damage with that attack.
Okay, thank you. And do. Where are we at? So we just had Smee. It is now the creature's turn, and the creature is going to actually it spreads out both of its pincers in front of it. It takes a wide stance, jamming its pointed feet, little column, into the ground, and it rotates away from you, Wink, and turns towards Captain Weatherby. And it's going to make an attack against Captain Weatherby. It opens up both of its pincers, and out of the center of its pincer, Smee, you and Wink would both see this. I believe Rusulki, you and Marilyn would get glimpses of this flashing in the lightning through the chaos of the storm. Tentacle, almost like the body of an eel, slides out of the center of its pincer, reaching towards the captain's feet.
Ugh.
Yikes.
Oops. See the creatures thing. Okay.
Just hear Wink shout to Smee, "Did I say we were eating crab tonight? Looks like we got some eel in there too."
I'm gonna make some paella.
What's
And
that?
That's fancy seafood. You wouldn't get it.
so you see this tentacle. It coils around the captain's legs, both of them swirling its way up his body, coating his breeches in a slimy, translucent mucus as it tightens up the tentacles and hoists him upside down up into the air. The captain is grappled. And we are also going to, so now with the captain attached to one end of this tentacle, it releases more from it as it turns its body back to you, Wink. And it is going to creep its way over to you while maintaining its grip on the captain. And since it has no other creatures that it can reach, it is going to end its turn there. As the captain is hoisted up into the air, a giant wave crests the front of the ship. Rusulki, you are no longer at the helm, and in the chaos, you forgot to lock the wheel just properly.
Of course.
The wheel comes unlocked, the ship bucks to the side, the starboard side dipping down into the water, and the port side rising up as the wave crests the ship. Can I have a dexterity saving throw from everybody, please?
$16.
16.
Okay.
I rolled like shit there. That's only a 9 for me.
Super surprising. Okay, so I forgot your name. Rusulki?
Mm-hmm.
The ship bucks and you are thrown up into the air, but you are graceful enough that you only rise up off the ground a few inches and are able to right yourself almost immediately. And you are safe. Smee, what did you roll?
16.
Smee rolled 16 as well. So again, same thing pretty much happens from the other side of the ship. Your side is hoisted up into the air, and as it drops back down as the wave recedes, you are again left in the air as the ship drops out from underneath you, but only by a few inches. You right yourself almost immediately. Wink, ironically, being one of the most dexterous among us, you rolled what?
I got a 10, not a 9. A 10.
So you got a 10. Being in half cover underneath the stair as the ship drops and dips into the water flows downward along the slant of the deck and rushes over you, choking you for a moment, and you smack your head into the side of the stair, and that is going to be 1 bludgeoning damage. Just going to be a little knot, maybe, that hurts in the morning. The creature, as well as the ship drops, is thrown up into the air with the captain still in its tentacle. The captain shouts as he is thrown up with the creature. The creature screeches as it attempts to right itself, but can't. There is nothing to grip on, and it drops down hard onto the deck of the ship and smashes through the trapdoor in the center of the deck, falling below deck, taking the captain with him, the captain shouting, trying to grasp onto the edge of the deck, but there's nothing to hold on to. It's too wet, and he is pulled by the tentacle down below deck. And all you hear is hideous, slurping, wet, smacking, crunching sounds as the ship continues on through the tumult, the wave having subsided. We are out. Initiative. The remainder of the crew, just as the ship was bucking, was mostly on the stairs of the center deck, on its way up to the main deck. They have emerged from below. Thrandar, having been thrown about in the below decks, looks ragged, his hair all over the place. You are all shocked as you see Ivar rush up past everyone, bashing them with his armor as he comes up the stairs. What's going on? What's going on?
I don't think I have the foggiest clue.
Carlton
Me neither.
emerges from below decks as well. carefully making his way past the remainder of the crew, and he emerges out in front. Where is the captain? The rain dumped down on everyone's heads.
I'm just gonna point at the hole.
What? And he is entirely speechless before he composes himself. Marilyn, almost trying to speak over him for a moment, what could have, and he stops her. What has been the cause of this?
It's like a real big crab, just like the nastiest motherfucker you can like. Whoo, fuse, real big.
Makes her way from the upper deck. Here's the questioning Carlton, peering over the edge of the hole to the lower deck. Ural rushing up from the stairs behind everyone else, and Tati shakes Carlton. Limeki. She is shaken, obviously, in shock. That's kind of all she can keep saying. The rest of you who engaged with this creature hear nothing but the storm. It is silent below decks.
Didn't people come from below decks?
Everyone is on the main deck now, yes.
One was there when it crashed down.
Nope.
I'm just going to start checking the ship, see if we're taking on water, which we probably are.
Well, that is important, I think, but I do believe our main concern should probably be the monstrous crustacean in our basement.
Yeah, by the sounds of it, it's eating the captain.
It has done. Why is it Carlton speaking, trying to compose himself? Perhaps we should retire to the mess and discuss the matter at hand. Yes? I think everyone could enjoy a nice papa.
With that thing just like a few feet below us?
Well, I don't hear anyone volunteering to go after it.
I'm probably just like climbing down into the hole.
Being a silent ass.
No one's volunteering. It looks down and I'm already like down in the hole.
So you are rappelling down the hole here?
Yeah, you probably see like the end of my braid wrapped around like a board that's sticking out as I'm just like going down into the hole by my braid. You might even see my braid like untwist and fall into the hole as I go to the next floor and the next floor.
I'll do like a religious like sign and be like, well, rest in peace. If you're not already dead, I'll be in the mess hall.
All right. So Rusulki has descended below deck. Smee and Wink. Smee's retiring to the mess hall, along with the remainder of the crew, to probably cower in fear, let's say, and perhaps discuss what's occurring below decks. Wink?
I mean, can we really afford to let that thing sit down there?
Are you with the rest of the crew in the mess at this point?
I'll go to the mess with the rest of the crew.
Okay, so everyone who's in the mess, we are going to pause there, and we are going to join Rusulki.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you have made it down to the second level. There are 3 decks.
Mm-hmm.
You're at the second level, which has the kitchen, that sort of center area, and the captain's quarters as well.
All right.
Although the captain's quarters are locked, but you have the kitchen, you have that little center area that you can get to, and you can get to the hall in front and mess and in front of the captain's and first mate's quarters. Unless you would prefer to descend again, through that, there's another center opening. It's a hatch. What this is meant for is actually shoving fish down the hole so they can be dropped to the lower decks and prepared and stored.
Mhm.
So you can drop down that hole to the bottom deck if you would like.
I probably would just.
Okay. So you are at the bottom deck. Um, what you see if you just drop all the way straight down, then you're going to land right in front of the bottom portion of the center mast. You're in
Mhm.
front. In front of you there's a set of stairs that leads up to the second level. You have all the sleeping quarters for everyone, and then storage at both the fore and aft ends of the ship.
Mhm.
For right now, that's pretty much all you can see, unless you'd like to do a little bit more poking around.
I would definitely like to do some poking around, mostly because I'm like, where's the hole in the bottom of the ship? Where'd it go? So I definitely have my whip at the ready,
Okay.
and I'm going to take a look around.
You can still see that map, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So I gotta hide that one. Okay. Where you want to go, what you want to do? Investigation, perception? Are you just peering? Are we gonna like turn things over? Are we poking around things? There's nothing really obvious that you can see that anything specific has gone down here.
Okay. I think I'm going to do perception if I can actually get to the right menu. Yeah, I'm going to do perception because I'm really good at perception. I'm going to be listening for any like rushing water that might be coming in, but also like skittering or moaning or other things that might indicate something is with me in the dark.
Okay, roll it for me.
Oh my, for crying out loud, where was that during the fight? I got another natural 20, and with perception, that makes it a 25.
Okay, so below decks, this far below decks, you're gonna hear the sea crashing against the ship, the creaking of the wood. Still some of the sounds from outside, but obviously muted a little bit by the ship's hull. You are you the only thing that you can smell in here really is the black powder, the oil, some of the things that you may have been carrying. You can smell. So long story short, because we're getting close to 10 here,
Yeah.
you smell blood coming from the hole above your head.
Above my head.
From the middle deck.
All right. Yeah, so I probably, because I mean, whips are pretty loud, and there's a giant hole in the middle of the ship.
Yep.
So I'm probably going to get everyone's attention, take my braid and crack my whip. Just so that there's a loud, resounding cracking sound that can be heard from the upper deck. And I'm just probably going to yell, I can smell blood, middle deck.
So I would say that they would hear your whip crack, but because of the storm, they wouldn't, and they are in a closed room, they wouldn't be able to hear your speech. Your whip crack probably came across more as the crack of thunder or lightning, something like that. They did hear it, but unless Smee or Wink, if you would like to roll perception for me.
Sure.
Why not?
Okay. I got a 19.
I rolled a nat 20 before my modifier, which is positive.
So you both are able to hear this whip crack, and you are able to distinguish it as distinct from the weather.
Oh, sounds like she's still kicking down there.
Bless her soul. She wants them.
I don't know. You
Carlton,
can go down the creepy crab hole.
well, perhaps she is due some aid. And Toa, from the corner, who unfortunately broke his leg during the storm as the ship was being tossed about when he fell down the stairs on the upper deck. It's been bandaged by his sister, but from the corner he says, "Neither me nor my sister. No go." Carlton looks at them both. Well, perhaps there is one fair way. And he reaches into his pocket. For some reason, he's got this. He has a fistful of just little wooden sticks, little straws. And he says, I think this may be the best way to make the decision. Ural seems to agree. He stands, walks over, draws a straw. It's the short straw. It's only about 3 inches long. It's pretty obvious that that was the short one. The end of it's dipped in red. And he turns. He says, well, now that we've decided who should lead us in the captain's absence, I will go. And he leaves the room as the rest of you just kind of stare at this idiot. And then we'll join Rusulki. You cracked your whip. You smelled blood above you. Where are we headed?
I'm definitely making my way up to where I smell blood, because either there is a crab monster to defeat or there is the captain that needs to be bandaged.
Well, so you make your way up the stairs up to the second deck. The smell of blood is coming from the kitchen, it appears. So if you would like, you are more than welcome to continue venturing in that direction. The door, you notice from here, you can tell, it really looks like it's taken some damage. The table in front of the kitchen is kind of destroyed. Like 3 of the legs have been busted. It's at a slant, and the smell's obviously coming from the kitchen.
All right.
And
well, I think how damaged is the door?
the door is it's completely busted off. Like it's lying on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm probably at this point just gonna shout as loud as I can, "In the kitchen!" And I'm gonna run over to the door frame. And when I get to the door frame, I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Okay. You absolutely may. You prepare yourself for an incoming strike. The smell of blood is heavy. As you peer into the room, you see boots sideways on the floor next to the stove that Ural would use. And then you continue looking away from where the boot lies, and there is a leg with no one attached to it. It just lies there. The other boot is upright on the floor, essentially filled with blood and thicker things. And may I get a perception check, please?
Yes. Only an 11.
Okay. So that's pretty much all you notice. Although you do hear some tapping above your head as a tentacle reaches down from the ceiling, half of the body of Captain Weatherby in its grasp. The body drops down from the ceiling at the other end of the tentacle, the claw of the creature. It is upside down, suspended from the ceiling, gazing at you with its eyes that move in different directions. And the tentacle climbs up inside of the entrails of the halved captain, blood and gore dripping from the open bottom half as it wraps around the back of his neck, which again is dangling upside down from the ceiling, pierces the back of his skull with a hardened tip that reveals itself from almost like a retractable skin. And you hear the cracking of the bones and the thick gurgling of the meat of his brain as it is pierced. And then land from the captain's mouth, speech.
Well then, quite an interesting trick. Mainland.
Eat meat. Name.
Oh, lovely. Eat people on the mainland?
Take me. Eat.
Not sure I can really accommodate that. And I'm like backing up a little bit. And I'm actually going to, so I read the instructions wrong on this thing. Water whip is a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, I read that wrong. So I'm going to water whip him. I'm going to spend the last 2 of my key points and water whip him. So where did you say the crew was?
They are all still upstairs in the mess. Ural is on his way down to you. And can I have my players roll initiative for me, please?
I got an 8.
I got a 19.
A 24.
Smee has an 8. Rusulki has a 19. Wink has a 24.
Swashbucklers, yay.
Yay.
We get initiative bonuses equal to our charisma.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah, I get +8 to any initiative I roll.
Okay, hang on. I gotta roll for literally fucking everybody else. Okay. You know what? We're doing a random assortment because I literally don't have time to roll. Give me a second. Okay, so first up is actually going to be Wink, who is currently in the mess.
Okay, so the mess is on a different floor, right?
Yep. Ural has exited. You may follow him if you like, or you may continue conversing.
Oh, so wait. The mess is the top, and Rusulki shouted about something about the middle.
Yes. Yeah, Rusulki is in the middle deck. If you exit the mess, you can go down the stairs to Rusulki.
Okay. Well, now, y'all, I think I mean, I already lopped off one of them there crab legs. Might as well go get the rest for dinner. And I'm gonna follow whatever the fuck his name is out and start heading downstairs.
Okay, are you using, like, are we increasing movement speed? What are we doing here? Do you want to run,
Um, I
walk
mean, if we were out of combat long enough for me to use feline agility,
door there? Okay, Smee. Actually, no, that was Wink. Um, so I mean, you would see Rusulki from where you're at. I don't know if there's anything you want to do. You want to shout at her, or...
hey, where's that there crab?
In the kitchen, and we need to kill it. And you definitely see me like with my whip, with my hair raised, like about to, because I'm assuming my water whip hasn't gone off yet, right?
No, we're gonna save that for your turn.
Yeah, so I think you probably see my whip raised, and you probably see maybe the shimmer of water running down it, and it's starting to extend as I'm about to water whip this thing.
Which, I mean, you're up next, so you do. Roll it.
So it is a saving throw. So give me a
Oh yeah.
DC. Give me a saving throw of. Wait, let me check. It's a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, and it is okay. Natural 20.
Oh God damn it. Let me see. Oh, yep. On a failure, the creature takes blah 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 blah. Oh, half damage on success and no push or pull. Okay, so I was gonna knock it prone so that it would fall off the ceiling, but
Okay.
it does take half of 3d10
Okay.
damage. So let me roll that real quick.
Don't forget it's missing a leg thanks to yours truly. So it has 5 less movement speed. I don't know how pertinent that is for crab.
14 damage total. I guess
Is
that's
that
7 halved.
7 halved? Okay. Whoops. Okay. And you still have your movement if you'd like to use it. The creature is directly over the center of the room, and the captain is sort of dangling down in front of your facial areas.
So I'm actually going to whip to the side of the door. Not, yeah, just whip to the side of the door. So I'm standing next to the door so they can see inside the room and see what it's like doing with the captain.
Like
Yeah,
there.
just like right there.
Okay.
And I'm going to bonus action dodge as I'm still holding my whip.
Okay. And then we are to Thrandar, who we are going to say is terribly occupied with the conversation that's going on with Carlton and Marilyn. So we're going to skip right down to the creature, who is going to drop down from the ceiling. Again, he's still holding the captain in one of its tentacles. It is still holding the captain in one of its tentacles. The creature drops down from the ceiling. It clatters over the stove, trying to right itself, shoving some of the storage barrels out of the way. A barrel of potatoes rolls across the floor. The area in front of the door inside the room is now going to be difficult terrain. And it is going to, I believe it still could reach you through the door. It can only get like one claw out there, but it can still reach. So it's gonna try for
And it
you.
does have disadvantage because I dodged.
Correct. So let me do my do. Wow, okay. So the claw just reaches out of the door and it just scrambles around violently for a bit. And then you see the tentacle reach out. It slaps around, but the creature really can't see you very well, and so it just retracts it. And it is going to barrel its way through that big open hole that it made after it attacks, and it's going to land itself right about here, but it's going to remain there. And then we go to Toa, who's not doing shit. Actually does run after Ural. Both of them do make it to the stairs behind Wink. Ivard remains upstairs, and we are to Smee.
Yeet. All right. Yeah, I mean, I just head down for movement.
If you'd like to leave the room, we'll say if you do you have a similar like doubled movement speed?
Yeah, I have that also.
Okay.
And I can also I'll recast what's it called? Kinetic Jaunt, so my movement's super buff. So I can move 100 feet in a round.
Okay, so if you would like, you can barrel straight past Wink, all the way straight into the middle of it, and you can reach the creature.
Cool. Would I be able to back away from it at all after I attack or not?
No, yeah, absolutely, because you'd be, I'd say, probably right about there.
Mm-hmm.
So you pretty much have all this area. If you have enough space to, get back about yay, then you'd be fine.
Sweet. So yeah, I will make a rapier attack onto it.
Okay.
That is a 17 to hit.
And a 17 does, in fact, hit. You dash out with your rapier, attempting to pierce it, and again, it turns itself to your attack, holding up one of its pincers, and your rapier jams into its claw and does sort of slice at the hardened chitin, making a interesting sort of grinding sound as you slash its claw, and it throws your sword away from it.
Mm-hmm. So it doesn't seem like it did much.
Nope, didn't do much.
Cool. Do I need to roll damage?
Yes, you may roll damage.
Sure. That is 8 damage. And I will just back as far away from it as I can. Probably over to like the other corner of the room.
Yeah, let's say you have enough movement speed to get there for the sake of gravity.
Yeah.
And then we will go to Wink. So we're at the stairs.
Okay, I'm just gonna move up there and try to stab it. Because I've got friends right by it, right?
Yep.
So I'm right there.
That take like 10 feet, 15 feet?
It would take 20.
Okay.
I mean, you could still reach it if you only used 15 and you were here.
Yeah. And I'd still be able to stab it?
Yeah.
Cool. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna try stabbing it.
Okay.
With my magic rapier. And let's hope we hit. How is a 21 to hit?
With a 21, you again slash out with your rapier. The creature is caught unawares, having turned itself towards Smee, who is retreating from it, and your rapier pierces its underbelly. Roll damage, please.
And I will re-roll that with my feet because that was a 1. And so that's going to be 8 magical piercing damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my 15 feet to... Is there any place nearby I can hide?
You could probably... What, you have 15?
I have 15 feet of movement left in my movement speed.
You could take cover behind the mast here. I don't know that there's anywhere you could hide. If you were here, you again could take cover under the table here, but you're right next to the creature. There's no way you're going to be hidden from it. Unless you'd like to drop below to the 3rd deck, and then you totally could hide from it. You'd be on another floor.
Yeah, but then I have to climb back up the stairs to get there. I'll take cover behind the mast.
Okay, again, that's going to give you half cover, which is going to be a +2 to your AC.
Yeah.
All right, and is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because my bonus action, what can I? It's either hide, dash, or disengage, and I don't need the disengage because of my subclass. So yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, and we are on to Rusulki as Wink dips in, jabs this thing in the underbelly, and retreats. You are left staring at it again, still holding the captain's body in its left claw, and it screeches at you again from his mouth. Eat.
I'm just going to whip him in the face.
Whip it in the face. Roll it. Oh, no, that's a saving, right? Are we doing water whip again?
No, I can't. I've done
okay.
2 water whips. I can't. I'm
Okay.
just using my regular hair.
Got it.
Does a 14 hit?
Your whip sails out from you and strikes it on the back of its carapace. It do much. The creature seems unfazed.
Well, damn it. I'm going to disengage as a bonus action, and I'm going to back up. I'll probably back up to maybe the lower left stairs.
Okay, so we're talking...
I have 40 feet of movement. Yeah.
Yay?
Yes.
You want to go onto the stairs?
Nah, just at the bottom.
Okay.
Just so that it has to pick a target.
Cool.
Because we're all nice and spread out.
Yep. So then it's going to be Thrandar, who really, he overhears the commotion, but, you know, he's too terrified to venture his way down there. Carlton and Marilyn, again, pretty much just kind of wondering what to do without the captain. And we are back to the creature, which is, it is going to advance to, it's only got, that's 2, and that's 3. So it would be able to do that. Yeah, it's going to advance to Smee.
No.
And it is going to reach out with its pincer and try to bash you with its claw.
No, don't do that.
And Jesus Christ. So the creature turns towards you and it swings its claw hard into your side. It bashes into your arm, scraping the flesh open with its bumpy, toothy carapace. And you are going to take...
Can I silvery barbs his attack?
You absolutely may. He rerolls.
Get your crab ass away from me!
And where are you? What the hell's your name again? There we go.
Smee.
Ooh, just barely. And so, though we'll say yes, it did scrape your flesh a little bit, but tis but a flesh wound. It was going for brute force impact, and all it got was a knee scrape, and you really don't care, and take no damage. And it's going to go for a second attack with its tentacle. The pincer from above your head opens, the tentacle slithers out and attempts to wrap around your feet. Can I have a strength saving throw, please?
Oh dear. Oh no. I only have a +1 to that. Natural 20.
Okay, wow.
21.
So somehow you are nimble as fuck. You dodge deftly, and even though the tentacle does manage to wrap itself around one of your legs, you pry it off with your hands, flinging it back towards the pincer that retreats from over your head. And we are back to Wink.
Oh, hey, brother, darling.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I lied. It's actually Smee.
Oh, it's me. I'm also. I'll give my brother the advantage from from Silvery Barbs.
Okay.
That's what I was fishing for.
And
Of course.
yeah, I'm just gonna. I will do 2 sword attacks.
Okay.
The first is an 18 to hit, and the second is a 22 to hit.
Okay. Both attacks land.
Ooh. And I'm going to turn the first attack into a defensive flourish.
Okay, and what the hell is that?
So it means I add a d6 damage, and whatever I roll, I also add to my AC for 1 turn.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll 1d8 plus 5. So that's 6 plus 5 is 11 plus 2.
Just be, wait, I'm sorry, your additional damage, it's of the same type?
Yes.
Okay, all right, then just give me everything all together.
Sure. So that's 13 piercing damage for the first attack. And a natural 20. Oh, and I already rolled to hit. Jesus Christ. I've rolled 3 nat 20s. The third one didn't count for anything.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I'm rolling hot tonight.
Hot dice. Hot dice. Ooh.
Okay, and the second attack is only going to deal 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to use my 50 feet of movement to get away from here, and I don't provoke any opportunity attacks.
I was just about to mention that.
Okay.
So I guess I'll stay on this floor. I guess I'll just move to a different corner now. I'll be over here.
Where are we going? Okay, over here. Okay. All right, so we're over thars, and you said you got a bonus to your AC. What would that be?
That's a +2, so my AC is 18 right now.
Yep, gotcha. All right, and now we are with Wink, who is still taking cover behind the center mast.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pop out of cover and try to stab it.
Okay, stabbity stab, roll it.
With advantage, thanks to my brother cheering me on. Well, I reckon I'm gonna stab you real good there, miss. Ooh, that's another crit.
Okay,
Wow.
go for it. So
the sword that I have has a rider that it crits on a 19 or a 20.
So
with the advantage, I got a 19.
Nice. Okay, cool. Yep. So double your damage die and then add the extra.
Because Piso is a good feat. I will re-roll that one. I actually lowered my damage. Gross. 14, 20, 23, 24, plus 7 is 31 magical piercing damage.
Good
Holy
Lord.
mother of ass.
And I only get a D4 for my stupid hair whip.
Okay. Wow. So that was your what, rapier? You just
Lady Luck, my rapier. Yeah. I'm just stabbing with my magical rapier of bullshit.
All right. So again, somehow you managed to get this creature to it recognizes your aggression. It rears itself up, shrieking at you as the body of the captain, dripping intestines and blood onto the floor in front of you, screams, and blood pours out of his mouth. The creature rears up and you stab it in the underbelly, blue goo oozing out of its tender bits and the mandibles flailing in the air. It's looking pretty bad, and we're gonna roll it on the lingering injury table. And it rolled pretty well. So it is going to have a festering wound, which means if it even survives 24 hours, its max will be reduced by 1 every day.
Oh, cool. So how much? So it was like 5 feet of movement to pop out, right?
Yeah, sure. Let's call it that.
Can I use my other 25 feet of movement to get to the table and hide under the table and take the hide action?
I would say from here, you can take the hide action because the table is slanted toward the creature. You would have total cover at this point and be hidden from the creature.
Okay. Do I have to do a stealth check, or is it just the hide action is something else?
You do you do a stealth check against its perception.
14 plus 9.
Okay.
No, 14
Yeah.
plus 7, 21.
Yeah, that thing had no idea where you fucking went. It just kind of turns back and forth, screeching hideously as it leaks more of this blue ooze from its underbelly. And
I'm just gonna flick the ooze off my sword before I run away and hide. And run away and hide, because that's how we fight. That's how the Cat Brothers fight.
And he actually is going to emerge at the base of the stairs here. And let's find Tati. Where is she? And she really, really can't do much, but she's as a healer, but the poor little thing is actually going to try throwing a dagger at the creature, which, as everyone expected, bounces off of its carapace and clatters to the ground. Tati just remains at her post at the top of the stairs, well within reach of the creature's pincers, and we are going to go to Smee.
Me? All right. I'm gonna run up to him and stab him.
Okay. Because you got like crazy movement speed, right?
50 feet of movement, yes.
All right, so you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, if you want to be there, that'll do it.
Sure. And so Tati is like on that staircase, right?
Yes, actually, let's move her.
Cool. So then I will do 2 sword attacks. See if they hit. That's a natural 20.
Oh my god, natural
My
20?
4th one.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay, so
the
first
other one
attack
is a 24 to hit.
All right, well, both hit. The first is crit. So double your damage dice and then roll the extra.
Hell yeah. So on the first one, I'm also going to make that what is it called? Mobile flourish, which means that this will push the crab.
Okay.
So that attack is going to be, oh geez, I rolled an 8, and on my other thing, I rolled a 5. Then I rolled again. I rolled another 8.
Okay.
And a 2. So that's 7 plus 16, 23 plus 5, 28 piercing damage.
Okay, so
and it gets moved. It gets shoved 12 feet away from me.
Okay, so because it is a large creature, I'm gonna say we're gonna have that push.
Sure.
And it's just gonna back up one little set of squares there. Call that 6 feet.
Cool. And then it also 9 points of piercing damage from my second attack.
Okay, and so you dash up from your post at the port side of the hull and leap into action, pulling both of your daggers out and stabbing one into its underbelly, the other lopping off the claw entirely that holds the captain's body, the tentacle retracting from his innards and falling ungracefully to the ground with the remainder of the claw. The creature shrieks in horror as it watches the remainder of its inside spill out from its fleshy underbelly, and its legs splay out from underneath it as its carapace thuds to the deck, and it is dead.
Oh.
And we're out of initiative. And it's also 10:20. So that I think is where we are going to end it for the night's episode. The Intrepid Party having defeated the invader. and we will see you all next time.